Welcome back to the game Sideline. Today we're diving into a showdown, Call of Duty Black Ops 7 versus Battlefield 6. Not on the battlefield, but in the launch metrics. It's been a wild few weeks, so let's break down who won the hype war. So let's start off with Battlefield 6 launch performance. Since EA's numbers came out first, and they are nothing short of spectacular according to EA, Battlefield 6 sold over 7 million copies in its first 3 days. Not only that, but there was a massive engagement, over 172 million matches played in the opening 3-day weekend, and more than 15 million hours watched on streaming platforms. On stream, Battlefield 6 peaked at around 747,000 concurrent players shortly after launch, a new record for the franchise. In short, record-breaking launch, huge sales, and serious engagement across the board. Now let's move over to Black Ops 7 launch performance. The story here is underwhelming, at least on Steam. Reports from SteamDB and multiple outlets indicate a peak of about 84,000 to 89,000 concurrent players on its first day. That's a massive drop compared to its predecessor, Black Ops 6, which hit over 300,000 concurrent players at launch on Steam. GameRant further notes that Black Ops 7's 24-hour peak, a little under 87,882, is only about a third of Battlefield 6's 24-hour peak on Steam. There's also some speculation about why it's low. Many players may be on Game Pass or Battle.net, so the Steam numbers don't tell the full story, but still, the gap is hard to ignore. According to The Gamer, Black Ops 7's launch player count on Steam is just over 10% of Battlefield 6's launch peak, which is insane, to say the least. Like, everyone hyped up Battlefield 7 like it was going to be Black Ops 7 like it was going to be the Battlefield killer. But I think the tale of the tape tells a different story. Now let's go with let's hop into the analytics English is hard for me right now. Analysis and implications. So what does all this mean? Here are a few takeaways. Battlefield 6 clearly dominated launch week engagement with millions of copies sold, eye-popping match volumes, and huge Twitch streaming traction. EA has to be feeling very bullish about where the title is heading. Black Ops 7's weaker stream showing is a red flag, whether it's due to platform fragmentation, albeit Game Pass consoles, or fatigue with Call of Duty. It's not performing nearly as strongly, at least in the PC space. A momentum shift? This could be a real inflection point. Battlefield is reasserting itself in the FPS war. If Black Ops 7 doesn't pick up stream outside of Steam, doesn't pick up steam outside of the Steam ecosystem, EA could gain a serious foothold in this generation. Long term will matter more. Launch numbers are flashy, but what really counts is retention. Post-launch content and live service engagement. Battlefield's already talking new seasons. Black Ops will need to stay sharp. So in conclusion, in the clash of 2025's biggest shooters, Battlefield 6 won the opening salvo. Call of Duty's Black Ops 7 came in underwhelming on Steam, and unless its Game Pass and console numbers tell a different story, it's going to need to prove itself over time. Well, that's all for today's breakdown. What do you think? Is Battlefield back? Or can Call of Duty rally? Hit us up on social or drop a comment below. Until next time, remember, hear loud, play hard, and we'll catch you next time right here on The Sideline.